Independence versus togetherness.
Why is it versus?
It was a trick question. I was hoping you'd say that. Should couples have their own individual space, life, even after getting married? What are absolute oxygen to a relationship for new parents?
For me, the base is respect. Am I open to even understanding why my partner is wanting my child to be a certain way?
My partner always wants to eat the same boring food, go to the same restaurant every time we go out.
Ah,
Welcome back to the Season 2 Relationship Edits. We're continuing our conversation with Dr. Sanya. We're talking about what modern day relationships truly look like, not the kinds you see on screen, but in reality. My name is Dr. Eradatta, and we're discussing very interesting things. But to make it even more interesting, I want to play a game called Red Flag, Green Flag, and Beige Flag with Dr. Sanya. Let me tell you how it goes. Red flag, as you know, popularly on social media,
Yes.
are behaviors that we don't condone. Green is great. Let's go for more. Beige are human behaviors. They're quirky. They're not really problematic.
sure.
So would you like to please hold these?
Absolutely.
And we'll get going. We rarely fight.
Red flag.
Why? We never fight.
It's impossible. How are you not fighting?
We're
It
avoiding
means-
fights.
That's the problem. So avoidance is a red flag
For me, for them, or for both of us.
for the both of you.
Hmm.
Because what if you start fighting at some point? How would you solve it? You would not know how to repair.
We fight, but we immediately patch up and repair quickly.
Okay, I would say a beige because I would want to know more on this.
Fair enough.
whether both are comfortable or not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My partner is very bad at texting, but when they're with me, they talk properly.
Okay, maybe green. That's their style of communicating. Like if they don't text but they talk.
But
so
I
what?
feel like they don't talk to me because they don't want to check in. They don't
Acha,
want to
like
find
that.
out.
I
Yeah.
thought the communication style is talking.
My partner always wants to eat the same boring food, go to the same restaurant every time we go out.
I would say it's a red flag if they're not considering the partner's choice. But if it's a beige flag if they're okay with you eating whatever and they're eating.
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
Great. So it depends on
Mixed.
context,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
My partner sets limits with my family, how much time I should communicate with them.
Can I just waive
Yes,
it also?
please.
Yes.
My partner thinks that therapy is just paying a big price for overthinking.
Well, I would want to say it's a red flag, but understanding the context of the country that we live in, I would possibly stay hopeful that at some point the partner would understand. So, beige flag.
Fair enough. They're not probably as exposed to the
Yes.
idea of therapy so far.
Yes.
My partner is very close to their family and they speak to them daily.
I think it's okay. It's a green flag unless and until there's an imbalance. Like say for example, they don't let me talk to my family, or they are not wanting to be close to me, whereas they are enmeshed with their family. So maybe more information on that question would help.
Fantastic.
Yes.
You can put the flags down, please. I want to know that what are the evolving situations, needs, and issues between the relationship when we compare Gen Z relationships versus the millennial relationships and the baby boomer generation relationships.
Right. So I think in this regard, I would like to thank all the Gen Zs because I think they're doing the difficult conversations that we millennials could possibly not do.
True.
I would not say that it was wrong for maybe our parents to tell us to adjust. That was their upbringing, their thought process. But I think the Gen Zs are not looking for more love. They're looking for clarity. And I think that makes total sense. They are intentional. They are very clear whether this is a relationship, situationship, exploring, not exploring, marriage, no marriage. I think they are more clear and intentional. This was the difference that I could come up with. Yeah.
Absolutely. And when you said the word adjusting, what caught my fancy was people often ask that how much compromise is okay? Where is the thin line between knowing that I'm not losing myself,
Right.
and I'm still compromising / adjusting.
Right. I think you brought it out. You brought out the answer that I was about to say, that a lot of times compromise is understood as I'm losing a part of
That's
me,
true.
or I'm losing something in order to adjust. But I think if compromise is done in a balanced fashion, what I mean by that is I'm not letting go of my core value systems. I'm not letting go of my respect. I'm not letting go of my non negotiables. Then I think it makes sense to make some level of compromise. And of course, it has to be two-sided. Only one person cannot be doing it all the time.
True. Can you tell us more about core values? Because our audience should really know some of the key tenets of a relationship, which is having shared values. What are core values? How can we explore them? And do I have to go to a therapist, or can I do it on my own?
Not really. I think self exploration can come up with, say, any sort of journaling prompts, even asking yourself, why do I wear the black dress to a party? Why do I like the black color? Just asking
Because it
yourself.
makes me look flattering and slim.
Absolutely. So that's why I like it. Why do I have a particular cuisine? Why do I make a certain set of friends? So I think value systems are more like a compass. They just tell you the direction in
Correct.
which you would want to live your life. And I don't think you need therapy for it. You just need a lot of questioning, and that's it. That's it.
What are 3 questions I can ask myself to understand my values better?
Why do I do?
Hmm.
Why do I do what I do?
Okay.
How do I do it?
Hmm.
And what do I hate about a particular doing of mine?
Wonderful. Would you like to please sum that up again? Why do I do?
I've forgotten what I said.
Why do I do? What do I do?
Yes. So,
How do I do what I do? And why do I
Yes.
hate doing some of the things that I do?
say, for example, why do I choose a particular style of communication?
Okay.
Second was,
How do I do it?
how do I do it? Whether I'm doing it out of fear or I'm doing it out of my choice. Is it intuition, or is it I'm doing it fearfully, right? For example, I mean, of course, there are multiple other examples we can choose. And the third is, what am I hating about? So, say, for example, I don't want to communicate with you in a certain manner, but I end up doing that. Why
True.
am I doing it?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So question yourself.
Yes.
Are values very important when it comes to child rearing together?
To a certain degree, yes. But I do believe personally that my way of so I belong to an army background and my husband does not. But I believe that I have seen too much strictness, whereas he's possibly not seen it that much. So
Correct.
we are actually opposite. He likes to bring in discipline with my child, and I like to let her be. So I think a balance is important there. So again, see, we go down to the roots of what relationship. Again, what you started this conversation with was that you work with couples and you talk, you come across various concerns, but the base remains the same. For
That's
me, the base is respect. Am I open to even understanding why my partner is wanting my child to be a certain way? Or am I just saying, no, whatever you're saying is wrong? So I
True.
think it's about that. It's about offering that safe space.
Absolutely. Solving conflicts by discussing important things, not brushing them
Yes.
or expecting that I am right always when
Yes,
you don't
yes.
know well.
Yes.
Just because I've seen more than you doesn't mean that I know more than you automatically.
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of issues in child rearing do you see in modern day couples?
I think there's a lot more pressure, I would say, because earlier the roles were very clearly defined. I would not say that that was good or this is bad or vice versa. Both have their own positives and negatives, but there's a lot more pressure on both the parents. So if we talk about gendered roles, then the men are also looking at systemic pressures. Say, for example, a person who stays in a joint family really wants to, for example, take care of the child's diaper changing process, whereas there might be some relatives saying that, oh, you
Why are
should
you
not be
doing
doing
it?
that, right?
Yes.
So I think that comes up. Then on the opposite side, if you're in a nuclear family, then there's this saying that you need a village to raise a child. Then where's the village? So that's
Very
the
true.
question. Yeah.
How does one keep a good relationship with the village while keeping your partner as a priority? Meaning a balance between the in-laws for both gender. And
Yes.
don't mean this only for women.
Yes.
Men too need to have a balanced relationship with their in-laws,
Absolutely.
right? How does one navigate that, especially in the context that everybody's busy?
Right. And also in the context that we stay in a country which is collectivistic in, primarily. I think it's a lot to do with offering connection, but with some conditions.
Connection with condition. Please tell me how.
Say, for example, I may not be able to draw very strong boundaries. I may not be able to cut off entirely. But at the same time, I would also not like to listen to a lot of disrespectful words or certain behaviors which are too intrusive. So, creating that balance comes in with offering care, but care which is mutual and care which is not enmeshment.
That's really important, especially in the Indian subcontinent
Absolutely.
context.
Absolutely.
Boundary setting is a buzzword people throw around without knowing what it really is.
Right.
But you're right, caring with compassion, with some conditions,
Right.
is extremely important.
But I think we also need to give some credit to the parents because
A lot.
because they are trying to evolve with us, and we are trying to evolve with our Gen Z kids. Oh, in fact, my kid is a Gen Alpha.
Ooh. So every generation has its battles.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
every generation thinks the one above them was too regressive and the one below them is too progressive, and they're just the right mix. I think we need to stop fighting these battle of generations, right?
I think we can aim as parents to just tell our kids to do better than us. Yeah.
Valid.
No competition.
I think that's really nice.
Yes.
Do you think there's anything like unconditional love in relationships? Is it a myth or is it a reality?
I would say it's a mix in the sense that you can unconditionally accept someone whom you are with, but at the same time, I think healthy relationships do have some boundaries, in the sense that I can love you unconditionally, but some of your behaviors may not be okay. And if I voice them out, does not mean I don't love you. It means I just don't like certain behaviors.
Which one would you rather choose? A teacher partner or a teammate partner?
A teammate partner, of course.
Why?
Because I think when you're working as a team, it brings about your own individuality also, right? We are in the same team working towards the same goal, but we are two individuals and we bring our own history, our own experiences, good parts, not so good parts,
All
quirks, everything.
And relationship is between equals. So you need to be teammates
Yes,
to
absolutely.
do that.
Yeah.
What would you rather choose, this or that? Same values or same lifestyle?
Same values, I would say.
Far more important than lifestyle?
Yeah, if my value is to respect you for who you are, I should be okay with your lifestyle also, right?
What is more important to you personally, this or that? Compliments or acts of service?
I think compliments work well for me because I also believe in showing love through words of appreciation.
Lovely. Independence versus togetherness.
Why is it versus?
It was a trick question. I was hoping you'd say that. Both can coexist.
Absolutely. They should actually. Those jisam ek jaan does not exist in real world.
Absolutely true. Being understood versus being adored.
Being understood.
Far more important?
Yes, because if you adore me but you don't understand what I feel, for me especially, emotional safety is very important.
Fantastic. Another modern day issue which we're all wondering how to solve is about financial transparency.
Right.
Couples want to have their own account. More and more couples, both of them are working. How do you help them navigate that?
I think I'm absolutely pro it. But of course, the culture that we belong to, these discussions seem very difficult. They seem out of character, out of question. But I think it's supremely important. Why not? Because if both the partners are working, what does my partner expect me to pay? If I'm a woman, I may not believe that I should be paying the bills. Is my partner okay with that?
Okay.
If we go on a vacation, should we do a half-half? Or he expects me to do like a 70-30? Or I expect him to take care of the entire expense? Why not speak about such things?
How do we approach that topic, honestly? Money is something that we are always shy to speak about openly.
How about like talking about goals? Shared goals, your own individual goals, passion, and maybe then thoda sa money.
That's fair because you need money for passions, you
Absolutely.
need money for big goals, buying a house, buying the first car,
Yes.
getting some kind of savings for the kids together.
Yes, yes.
We must talk about money.
Yes.
We have to stop brushing it under the carpet till the carpet
Absolutely.
is so lumpy
Yeah.
that it's time to then fix bigger problems.
Right, and it can lead to a lot of resentment.
Absolutely.
I may be really tight on money on one for a month, and maybe my partner's not pitching in. Now I've never discussed it. How do I talk? How do I feel comfortable in asking them to pitch in, right? For example. So talking about it really helps.
When people get married initially in the first few years, they become completely do jism ek jaan.
Right.
They become Siamese twins, tied up at the hip. They do everything together, go to every party together. Their friends sort of forget their faces because now they have new friends together, couple friends, or they just are by themselves. Should couples have their own individual space, life, even after getting married?
Absolutely. Because I think you very rightly put it out that they become like Siamese twins. And we all know that we need some space, right? We need some breathing space. And it's not only that I need space from you, I would also have my own individual passions, hobbies, friendships. And I think it's not only important, it is essential, like supremely essential, that you have your own life as well. So that again, I'm not speaking from a point of view that you're overbearing. You may not be. Your partner may love your company, but still, it's important to have your own individuality in all of this. And initially, of course, when you get married, it's a new phase. You're going to parties together, lunches together, and vacations together. It's newness. It's new. Everything is new. So I understand that part. But for long-term, consistent relationships, I think some space is also important.
The same thing happens when people become parents. Now they're parents and no longer are they partners, or they've forgotten that part of them.
Right.
What are your suggestions to couples with a small new kiddo at home, or the ones who are planning children? And
Right.
one of their biggest worry is that I want to have kids, but what if we lose sense of us after marriage?
I think there's only one solution that I can think of right now is intentionally spending time with each other. I think again, see here also the individuality comes in, right? That if I start seeing you as my child's mom or dad,
Yeah.
that's when the enmeshment has happened, and I can't see you as a person, right? So I think intentional planning, I think that's what really works with my partner as well.
So take out time for that, or
Yes.
plan and schedule.
Well, we go a notch higher. We put it on our calendars.
Fantastic. So date
Yes,
nights.
absolutely.
Absolutely must, because
Yeah.
after children, having conversations beyond children
Absolutely.
is imperative for the
Yes.
relationship to
Yes,
survive.
Yes. And it just generates so much newness, and you just catch up as friends also, not as parents always.
What are absolute oxygen to a relationship for new parents?
I think a lot of understanding. I say that because it's underrated. We do read up about how women find it difficult, but I also feel that it's very difficult for the man also to embrace the role of a father. There are a lot of responsibilities that come by people start saying, and there are a lot of people saying a lot of things that creates a lot of pressure. So I think understanding and boundaries. And if you can, then do ask for help, receive help from anyone that is willing to offer you.
I want to speak about health, but before that, small trigger warning. We're going to speak about sensitive mental health topics. When it comes to seeking help, mental health help, therapy, any kind of medication, there is a lot of taboo in our society still.
Right.
What if my partner goes to therapy? What if my partner has a diagnosis? How can I support them better? This is a very common question asked by individuals on open platforms, on
Right.
social media,
Right.
that, listen, my partner is taking help. I'm happy for them. I don't know what to do. What can I do to support them?
Right. I think the very fact that this question is asked by people is the first step. It means that they're not
True.
judging their partners. But more than that, I would suggest that they should ask what their partners want and how would they want to be helped. For example, I have a couple of clients who would say that we don't want to discuss therapy with our partners,
Okay.
because that may lead to insecurity in them, that okay, what are you discussing, everybody feels you would have discussed it with me, why do you need someone else, right?
Can partner be each other's therapists?
Not really, but but you see, if I'm someone's partner and they are going to someone else, I might just feel a bit uncomfortable, and that's okay, right? So there are a lot of clients who say that they're not comfortable talking about it. There are a few clients who say that I'm absolutely open, I tell my partner verbatim what we discussed. I think it's important to ask, how would you like to be helped? Do you want to discuss it? Do you not want to discuss it? Yeah.
Beautiful. So you can be a part of their healing
Absolutely.
and ask them what they need from you,
Absolutely.
rather than assuming or trying to do things on your own.
Yes. And the worst is when we assume that they are going because of us, or in fights they say that we are going because of you. So sometimes that I do talk about it with my clients, how to deal with it when they are angry, especially.
Avoid one of the four horsemen, right?
Absolutely.
Which is your favorite relationship book to read, especially which our viewers can pick up?
Right. I think it's very clear from our conversation that I focus a lot on self-improvement and knowing ourselves better. So this book by Laurie Gottlieb, Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, is a beautiful book. It speaks about relationship with yourself, with others, and it's very easy to understand, is what I feel. So it's very non-clinical. Anybody can read it and learn from it.
And she's a therapist herself.
Absolutely. And it's also a lot to do about her therapy journey with her therapist in the book.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree. Do you want to share your favorite love quote as a parting note with us?
I think love for me is the willingness to understand your partner with kindness and curiosity. Because I think we are all evolving, and it's important to just let them evolve and let them be.
I want to know, getting married on matrimonial sites, arranged marriage, people have so much skepticism, fear, paranoia about it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, incidentally, I have gotten married through a matrimonial site.
Wow.
Yes. I feel, again, when I was getting married, I was very clear with my Excel sheet of negotiables and non-negotiables.
Okay.
So I think I came in with a lot of clarity, and so did my partner. I believe that even if you're getting married in a love marriage setup or in an arranged marriage setup, so I think clarity is what sets it apart. The other parts are just the modes of meeting. You could meet through a friend also, but if you don't know what you want, then it doesn't help.
That's fantastic, and that's fresh news.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. I had a wonderful conversation with Dr. Sanya, and my key takeaways have been about the four horsemen that I should avoid like the plague in my relationship. Definitely so much to learn about balance, how to explore your own values, the 3 golden questions that you must explore. And we had so much fun playing the games. Thank you for
Absolutely.
being here.
Thank you so
That
much.
was Relationship Edits Season 2. See you in the next one.